I was told I only have 5 minutes. I don't think I've ever spoken for only 5 minutes. As headmaster, you do all the introductions and then speak for all the people as well and comment afterwards. But suffice it to say, 49 years ago, like it or not, I began my journey out of the cave. Most of the first couple of years kicking and screaming and not wanting to go. But because of the intensity and conviction of the three founders of the college, whom I knew very well personally, they won the battle and I lost. And I'm eternally grateful. Dr. Kratzbeck spoke tonight about various things, liberal education and so on. In my junior year, I realized that the Lord did not have in mind for me to be a civil engineer, but rather an educator of souls. Now, I'm not intellectual. I'm not a philosopher. But I am pretty good at taking complex things and making them understandable in a teenage mind. And that's what I've been doing for 44 years. I'm still fired up about it. I'm still excited. People ask me, well, how come you haven't retired by now? And I don't know what that word means. I don't know what else that I would do. Because in 1974, three men emphatically said to me, spoke to my soul, and said, son, you're worth it. And dedicated their lives to those 7 of us for 4 years. What did I learn from Magdalen College? More than I can say in 5 minutes. But the most important things I learned is I learned how to learn. And I began to contemplate. I learned how to think. I learned how to ponder. I learned how to wonder. I learned what it means to be a human being. We're called human beings because we're not human thinkers. We're beings. And we don't think our way to God. We be with Him. We talked about adoration. What is adoration? What is my definition of prayer from Magdalen College? My definition of prayer is wasting time with God. I spent most of my life up until the age of 18 wasting time doing frivolous, nonsensical things. And by the time I was 19, I realized I would waste some of that time with God. And as I get older, I waste more time with Him. So let's stay off of our phones. That was a me moment. But truly, think about your life, what you do with your waking hours. And we're supposed to spend eternity with God. And yet, if we're not used to spending time with Him now, we won't recognize the moment when we're asked to spend eternity with Him. And for me, if nature has its way, it's coming quicker than for you. But it's important, isn't it? These are the things I got from liberal education. Now, I could give you a 2-hour lecture on what is Catholic liberal education. We could spend 20 minutes on just what the word education means. That's what Magdalen gave me. We could spend an hour and 20 minutes on what is What are the liberal arts and why are they important? And the remainder of the time on why it has to be complete, it must be kept. But that's not for tonight, that's for another day. Thank you, Magdalen College. Thank you, Dr. Peter Sampo. Thank you, Francis Boucher. Thank you, John Meehan. Thank you, Dr. Lismore, for carrying the baton. And for all those that came ahead of me. So if you're not thinking of supporting Magdalen College, let me be the first to call you insane. Because this is the answer. And my challenge as an educator in high school is to convince the parents that after 4 years of classical education in high school, why does my son or daughter need liberal education in college? Well, that's my challenge. It's a serious one, because I can convince the teenagers, but convincing the parents is a whole different level. So pray for one another, and hopefully, Dr. Craig, we're on an upswing. Because when I began my journey as a young adult in 1978, Catholic education, after graduating, I never thought that I would see the harvest. I'm seeing the harvest in just a couple of generations. It's happening. Get ready. These young people are on fire. They can handle the truth. Give it to them with both barrels. God bless you, and keep up your support for the college.